Oh, what's up, guys? You got PokeaimMD here with something different. This is a best of three battle versus, or best of three set versus my good friend BKC, Blazing Kickin' Chicken. He's a very, very good player in a whole bunch of old gens, and we're gonna be playing some RBY OU. If you guys don't know, this is first gen OU. A lot of cool things could happen in this. It's known for a lot of hacks. Crits are based on speed tiers and stuff like that. And anyway, he leads Zam. This is live commentated, by the way. I have Jinx lead. Now, Jinx can beat Zam just because Zam, the only thing it could do is Thunder Wave and then Psychic it down. Maybe Seismic Toss. Seismic Toss could be an issue, but I'm just going to fire off a Lovely Kiss, actually. I could have went for Blizzard to potentially try to freeze him to death. But what I am going to do now is I do anticipate him to either stay in trying to wake up eventually, or switch into maybe an ice type or water. Either way, Blizzard is still a fine play because if a Pokemon gets frozen in this generation, that's it. They're dead. They can't thaw. So I'm just going to fire off a Blizzard as he does, get that first turn. Automatic first turn wake, because I get a crit with Blizzard and we get the freeze, and Alakazam is, good lord. Alakazam is gone. Now, Kevin is basically, because his name is Kevin, I would have much rather froze this Chansey. Kevin is in his position where he can just save this thing because there is Freeze Claw, so only one Pokemon can be frozen at one time in the game, so he has to switch out. He's definitely going to save this. I do anticipate maybe Chansey or Snorlax to want to come out. Maybe a Starmie if he does have that. He actually does have an ice type, being Lapras, as I am able to land the Lovely Kiss on the Lapras. And if you guys didn't notice, he did get the first turn wake. In this generation, you do get those wakes, but they don't necessarily, what's it called? Like, you're not able to attack. So I'm just gonna fire off a Psychic right here. Unless his Lapras does have, I'm gonna tell him something. I'm gonna click timer just cause OCD. Nah, it's a habit. But yeah. Thank you. I'm glad he understands. But he ends up bringing out Chansey. I actually get the Spadef drop on it, and this can beat Chansey 1v1 via rest, so I'm just going to fire off another Psychic. I'm getting a bit lucky versus Kevin. This is how RBY is. I do expect it to be like this. This might actually be a long series just because RBY games can definitely be drawn out. And I actually get the special drop. Special is actually one stat, so special attack and special defense are considered one stat, which is why Chansey's actually good in this generation. Not only does it have that fat HP, soft boiled, but it has decent special attack, really decent special attack. So I'll fire off another Psychic. I'm expecting maybe a Snorlax to want to come out, unless he does want to stay in. With the special drops though, obviously Psychic is going to be doing more. I'm already paralyzed. He obviously can't freeze me because I'm an ice type, and eventually I can just get off a rest with my Jinx and get rid of his paralysis on me. So he's definitely in a bad situation. That freeze on Alakazam was disgusting, honestly. But that's how RBY is. Now, again, I do anticipate him to want to switch out to something that can threaten me physically. I don't think a Tauros would come directly out just because it will take about 50% or less from, around there from my Psychic, maybe around 40%. So he actually probably isn't aware that I have rest just yet, so he's just going to stay in. I don't mind because he's wasting his Ice Beams right there, as I can just keep Psychicking and actually getting these special drop. And again, this is really kicking Kevin right there. To be honest though, he has terrible nicknames, so he deserves this. No, I'm just kidding. But as you can see, that's going to do a lot to him, and whatever's going to come out is going to be taking damage anyway. He actually ends up bringing out Alakazam. I'm wondering if he's actually going to fodder it off, which is fine. Considering I mean, that means I can freeze another Pokemon. I'm not trying to say I'm going to hack him, but that's how RBY is. I actually anticipate him to double back into Chansey right here, so I'll fire off another Psychic. There's no way he'd sack his Alakazam. Honestly, though, if I want to be a bit impatient, I need to paralyze his Chansey if I want a chance of... puns. If I want a way of... beating it with like Snorlax, because Chansey can actually 1v1 Snorlax if it's not paralyzed, since Body Slam cannot paralyze normal types in this generation. So he doubles into his Snorlax, revealing that as we are able to get off a Psychic, and we get a crit on his Lax. Good lord. I do have a pretty decent switch, or two pretty solid switch-ins, being like Executor being one of them. I don't want my Snorlax getting too low just yet, though it's actually looking pretty nice because Lapras is asleep, Alakazam is frozen. So I'm actually going to go directly into my Executor. If he does have Boom on this thing, that's fine. As he fires off a Blizzard, probably either trying to fire off get off like some sort of... He's trying to get either some sort of freeze on something or just predict like a ground type. Maybe my Executor, obviously Body Slam would have done more. Just going to fire off a Psychic right here. If Chansey wants to come out, I will Boom on that. I could go for Stun Spore as well, but again, just firing off Psychic is my best play. I'm putting Chansey in range of Boom anyway, as he does go out to Chansey. I really doubt he would stay in right here. I really do. But if I get rid of Chansey, that's just so good for my team. I'm going to fire off another Psychic. I'll force him to Soft Blow. I already got the special drop, as you guys can see, as he actually chooses to Thunder Wave me. Again, I really doubt he would stay in right here because I can just Boom on him. Oh, Kevin actually decides to stay in, so I'm going to fire off more Psychics on him, doing as much damage as possible. I feel like Kevin's going to predict my Boom, but if I race his softballs, that's fine anyway. Yeah, I really feel like he's going to predict my Boom, so I clicked it right there as I do not get fully paralyzed, and Chansey goes down. Alakazam is frozen. Lapras is paralyzed. If I had like a Zapdos right now, this would be perfect. I'm going to bring up my Chansey because I want to go for counter on his Snorlax. This is something I'm expecting to bring out, or Tauros, as Snorlax does come out. So I'm gonna go right for counter right here, as he goes for Blizzard, trying to freeze me. He got me, obviously. He would Boom here. If I were him, I would Boom right now. I would definitely go for Self-Destruct, and I think this is way too valuable. I don't know what his last two are. This can beat like a potential Zapdos, so I'm actually going to sack my Jinx just in case he wants to go for Self-Destruct if he does have it, as he fires off another Blizzard, and Body Slam is probably happening. He definitely has a Tauros in the back too. Lapras can beat Tauros 1v1. Body Slam knocks me out from here. So this is a tough turn for me, because I want to save Jinx as well. Jinx isn't as useful, I think. He's Amnesia Lax. Okay, he's Blizzard Amnesia Lax. Alright, that's good to know. He's probably like, regardless if he goes for rest, I don't care. I'll get him on that turn he goes for rest. So, do enough damage to him. I'm assuming he's going to go for rest right now. So I'm going to go out to my Tauros because I do have some chances to crit him, as he fires off the Blizzard right off the bat. However, he is definitely in range of Hyper Beam, which I'm going to go for. 100%. It knocks him out at that range. I don't care if he goes Lapras. Lapras is asleep, so I'll kill a turn. He could reveal his own Tauros right here. I think I played this definitely impatiently. Maybe I should have went for another Psychic. So he does go Lapras, as I am able to fire off the Hyper Beam. However, I get a crit. Tauros does have a high crit ratio. I am forced to recharge right now, as he is going to bring out his own Tauros. And I love RBY. Nice Tauros wars. So my best bet is just sacking my Jinx at this point, because if we're going to go for Tauros Speed Ties, at least I'll sack Jinx, and I want to bring in my Snorlax at full. What does my Snorlax have, Surf? So I want to bring in my Snorlax at full as he goes for Earthquake. Earthquake is also, counter only works for fighting and normal moves, if you guys didn't know. So if you went for like Earthquake on like my Chanseys I tried to counter, I would not be able to beat it 1v1. But I'm going to be able to go out to my Snorlax right here, and Body Slam into Hyper Beam does not knock me out. Part of me does want to Boom though, because it looks like my Tauros will win, plus Chansey. But I really don't want to be too impatient, just in case he switches out. I feel like booming is a fine play, just because I don't think he actually will switch out. I'm pretty sure his Snorlax does not have Boom. I'm pretty sure it's Rest Reflects, or Rest, I know it has Rest. So, what is this terrible, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Anyway, Lapras is in range of any attack from any of my Pokemon. His Snorlax is low. Alakazam is still frozen. Chansey being on is nice. Definitely could have went for Body Slam. I feel like I'll adapt in the second and third game, assuming we get that far, or assuming I make it that far. But there definitely will be a second game, obviously, because this is a best of 3. So I definitely will adapt depending on BKC's play style. And I'm going to fire off a Body Slam right here. It's my best bet, just to do some damage to his Tauros. I could go for Self-Destruct. I don't want to go for Self-Destruct, though. It will OHKO Tauros. I just don't know what his last Pokemon is. But there's no way... Okay, if I kill Tauros, there's no way he can beat Chansey, looking at it. Though this can potentially beat Chansey, so... I definitely don't want to get rid of my... I feel like Snorlax is win condition. So my best bet is probably critting that thing with Hyper Beam on the rest. So I'll fire off a Body Slam. I feel like he might stay in. But if I do kill Tauros, I also feel like Chansey can beat his team. Also if I kill Lax. Because obviously, you know, it's a sleeping... It's like a frozen Pokemon, a useless Pokemon. An essentially dead Pokemon. And... you know, that sleeping Lapras, who could wake up, yes, but on the turn it wakes up, it's immobile, or it's not able to attack. That's what immobile means, so he can't move. But, yeah, I'm going to fire off this Body Slam. Also, if his Snorlax ends up coming in, if I win a speed tie, then I can 2-hit KO him. He's probably thinking, like, or he's definitely thinking really hard about this play. As you can see, the timer's going down. By the way, I just had to click this timer. Like, it's just a force of habit for probably both of us, so... part of me expects him to want to stay in and just go right for Boom. However, I don't want to rely on having to get the Hyper Beam off on his Snorlax. I really don't. I really think his last though is it could be an Eggy. Yeah, it could be an Eggy. Because the big four in this generation would be Snorlax, Tauros, Exeggutor, and Chansey. They're like on almost every team, and then it's like you have your lead, which is either Alakazam, Jinx, Starmie. I think Jinx is a really powerful lead just because of sleep, rest, being able to beat Chansey 1v1 because it can't be frozen, can rest on it. But then you have, you know, filler in the back, which is either, could still be a Starmie. I don't think it is though because he has Lapras. I think it's a Zapdos or a Golem. A Rhydon is also there, but I don't know. It could just definitely very well be an Exeggutor. And if it is an Exeggutor and I beat Snorlax, then Lapras can beat the remainder of his team, and so can Chansey. He's forced to either Boom on Chansey or Lapras, so... He could also fire off a Hyper Beam, I guess, if he wants to, but then he'll have to charge for a turn. He could also go for the Hyper Beam crit. It's a pretty high chance to get that. So he decides to sack his Alakazam, which is good because it actually got a crit with Snorlax. It's pretty funny because it depends on speed tier. So as his own Snorlax is gonna come out, no way he has Boom plus Amnesia. I really want to Boom this thing, but I'm gonna go for the Body Slam. I can't risk him doubling into Lapras, predicting my Boom. If I kill this, I'm pretty sure that my Lapras can also win. But I'd rather go for Body Slam. As he goes for counter, he's countering Amnesia. Okay. Maybe he's... What is his other set? We'll see if we can win another speed tie, though. If he actually... Well, then he'd have to go for Blizzard, if anything, or Rest. So yeah, Body Slam is just my best play by far. Does my Chansey have Thunder Wave? No, that's counter. What is it at? Let me look at the calc real quick. Tauros. Oh, you standard. Oh, you anti-cloister. What the? Okay. Tauros. Oh, you standard. Chansey. How much does Hyper Beam do? Not enough. So then I can go for counter after that. Yeah. So we are able to knock out the. We are able to knock out the Snorlax as Tauros is going to come in. I'm pretty sure it does knock out my Snorlax with Hyper Beam at that range. Snorlax. Yeah. No, wow. Hyper Beam does not even knock me out. Okay, it actually has a chance to knock me out. So what I'm going to do is go Chansey. Because if he goes for Hyper Beam, it will not knock me out unless he gets a crit. No! Because then I could have went for the counter right there. I'm pretty sure that's how it would have worked. But I could have went for the counter. Now I got to fire off T-Bolts or Ice Beams. I'm definitely going for Earthquake right now. No! I want him to hit that because, obviously, you guys saw the damage. It did like 70% max. And I would have been able to click counter after that because that's how I believe it works. Now he just has to go for Earthquake. And, well, Freeze or Para. Para's probably better. Paralyzed Tauros equals a game being won, basically. So, really wish he hit that Hyper Beam on my Chansey. Then again, it did have that chance to crit. I still have to get damage on him. It still might go to Tauros crits, Tauros Wars. I'm not entirely sure. Had that crit me, obviously, it would have been bad because Hyper Beam doesn't reset if you get a kill with it. So he would not have had to charge. Also, by the way, Hyper Beam is physical. That's why it's being used. It's a strong move, it's physical, and it doesn't have to charge if you knock out a Pokemon with it. So, I do expect him to go for Earthquake right here, because Earthquake is not obviously countered. I'm gonna go for Thunderbolt because whatever comes in, if he sacks Lapras, I don't think he sack Lapras. I really think he'd go for Earthquake, and then Earthquake into. I really wish I had Thunder Wave on this thing. So, see, he's in a bad situation because if yes, I have shown counter, which kind of reveals my set, but he doesn't know if I have Thunder Wave or not. He should know that I don't have Thunder Wave because I do have counter. But if he doesn't know I have Thunder Wave, he might be scared. So, yeah, he's actually, he's definitely scouting for Thunder Wave right there. So I was able to knock at the Lapras, which is nice. That's one less fodder that he has, as it is a last ditch. It is a Zapdos. A terrible name. So, Thunder Wave me. That's good because you're probably going to go for Agility or Drill Peck, yeah. But as long as I get him low, we're good. And I get the hello? That's crazy. Now I can just go directly into Lapras. I can go directly into Lapras right here, expecting the Tauros to want to come out and beat it 1v1. That sucks, though. I got 2 freezes in the game. I mean, it's how RBY goes, but I can just fire off an Ice Beam right now, do damage to him. The thing is, I can still lose this game. I can still lose this game if I lose this Tauros speed tie, which is hilarious. But I'm gonna go right for the Ice Beam as we get a crit, and I believe that's game unless he gets a Hyper Beam crit right here. Unless he gets the Hyper Beam crit or the Body Slam full para, and then I have to deal with it. He does not get the Hyper Beam crit, as Lapras is able to knock him out, and that's going to be a good game. And the thing is, the thing with RBY is, nobody's salty because hacks is so expected. It's crazy though, I did get 2 freezes, but we are able to take the first game. We said good game because, like I said, if you're frozen, it's basically over. You cannot wake up. Why is this replay? Get the hell out of here. So, we're going to play another game versus BKC because we have taken the first match. Let's get a rematch going on. We have a second team. Nice Gengar lead. Shouts to my boy Draco Malfoy or my Tamahomie for the second team and essentially and also the third team. I played a lot of RBY during SPL and I'm glad that SPL is coming up again. But yeah, it's definitely. I feel like it's a really competitive game. I know that's like obviously sounds different. They just linked my girl's friend's Facebook on IRC. Are you kidding me, Kevin? Your girl. Oh, never mind. Your girlfriend's Facebook. Okay, so he's gonna go deal with him. That's completely fine. But we'll go into our. Oh, wow, never mind. Sigh. Unfortunate. So we got a second game. Have fun. Unfortunately, one of us is gonna have to take the sleep right here. It's gonna be him. So, I'm really lucky in RBY. Kevin can definitely tell you. I'm pretty sure in his side of the narration, by the way. I think you guys should go check him out, by the way. He posts a lot of tournaments from Smogon. A bunch of big players playing, and I love it. Great stuff, great stuff. So, I'm going to go for Thunderbolt. Because I can potentially get a para on whatever wants to come out. That is how you play in RBY. And he is going to get that Wake right there, as I am able to go right for the Nightshade, and we're going to go for the, he misses his Gnosis as I miss mine. So let's see if we can win a speed tie and hit another right here. As that is definitely not the case. So, he's more than likely running the same thing as me. I'm going to go directly into Alakazam because I will be able to outspeed him. And I'm expecting to go for Nightshade right here. Alakazam does have recovery as well. So, I can hit him right now with a Psychic. I can also go for the Seismic Toss, predicting him to want to go out into like Executor. I could also go for Thunder Wave, predicting that. But I don't want to Thunder Wave into a Chansey because that means I cannot freeze a Chansey. And again, guys, this is the thought process of playing. I definitely do not want to Thunder Wave a Chansey right here. So we're going to waste a couple Ice Beams, so I'm just going to fire off some Psychics. I don't want him doubling either. Predicting something. Like, he's in a position where he can just click Ice Beam repeatedly. As sad as that is, that's how this game is. That's how RBY is. So, he's in a position where he can click Ice Beam. Alakazam, though, does have the special bulk to beat him 1v1. And also, if I can Psychic something back on the switching, I'll be able to kill it. Like, let's say he doubles back into Gengar, predicting something. Just try and get a boom on something. I do not want that happening, because you could see a Lapras coming out now. You could see something like that coming out, from my side anyway. So I definitely don't want that happening. I'm pretty sure he's just going to fire off an Ice Beam. It's his best play in this situation. But if he does double, I get off that Psychic, as we do catch an Executor upon switch. So we're able to catch the Executor. And I'm just going to go for Seismic Toss. Do as much damage as possible to him. As he's going to go for Stun Spore, completely fine. It means he cannot paralyze me. It means he cannot freeze me. So I'm going to go for Recover right here. Chansey cannot beat me 1v1. And I'm not going to go for Thunder Wave. I'm not going to risk Thunder Waves on his team when his Chansey's still, alive. So yes, he can fire off Ice Beams on me, but all he's doing is wasting his Ice Beams PP right there. Though I am in a semi-bad situation because I want to force him to soft boil. I'll force him to soft boil another time, so I just want to fire off more Psychics. We get a crit. Do we get the special drop? No, we do not. I think he'd go for soft boil right here, so I'm going to go out to my Executor. That way I can get off the Sleep Powder on something, as he does go for that soft boil. So we stalled 2 of them out. I love that they have this counter now, by the way. Going to go right for Sleep Powder. Then again, he could just go. He's definitely going Eggy right here to try and boom. So I'm going to go for Sleep Powder. Gengar wants to come out, that's fine. If I can put Chansey to sleep, that's cool too. Assuming we do land. We do outspeed his Chansey. And I'll definitely be getting off a Sleep Powder. So we've only shown 3 Pokemon on each side. Like I said, guys, I'm focusing on... I don't want to go for Thunder Wave, even though I have it. It's a nice move. Just because I do not want him to... obviously not be paralyzed right there, so I'm just gonna fire off a Psychic. Even if he stays in, even if he stays in, it doesn't matter because we'll know when he wakes up. I'm pretty sure he's just gonna go out to his Executor. Unfortunately, I don't have anything that can knock out Executor from that percentage. He's gonna stay in though, and again, we're just weakening Chansey. I don't care. I don't have a reason to double right now. Especially because we can beat it 1v1 with those crits, with the fact that he's getting low. I do expect him to go Executor right here now. Do I want to boom, predicting Executor? Part of me does, however, I want to keep this healthy for Tauros, so I'll just go for Psychic again. As Executor is going to come out, we do a nice amount of damage, almost in range of Hyper Beam from Tauros, I believe. I do want to go out to Alakazam, because if he booms, then I'll sack Alakazam. If he goes for Stun Spore, obviously I'm not going to be paralyzed right here. So we'll be able to fire off a Psychic. He could definitely go for Boom, but I'm not expecting him to. As he goes back on a Chansey, and I am able to get off a nice Psychic on that. We'll see if he stays asleep. I'm going to double back into my I'm going to real Tauros now, because I can take advantage of the fact that this Chansey is basically that low. I do expect him to double back into Executor, honestly, predicting a Tauros, because you would think a Tauros would want to come out, but Executor is a fine play, or a Tauros is a fine play anyway, as really don't want to fire off a Hyper Beam. I don't think Executor's in range. We're going to calc this. The good thing is there's literally no, it's almost in range, but there's literally no EVs, or I have no idea, I'm not entirely sure how it works, but there's like, yeah, it's like somebody no EVs. So I can fire off a Body Slam because it does 100% kill. I could also go for Earthquake, predicting Gengar. I'm going to fire off a Body Slam, as Gengar is going to come out. It is a speed tie. Do I want to risk it? What's the worst case scenario? It goes for Thunderbolt on me. I don't want to double him back into Chansey, so I think I'm going to risk it right here and go for Earthquake. Well, then again, if Chansey comes out, I don't care because Gengar beats it, so... It's like BRB piss. Okay, in any case, guys, I'll talk a little bit about this situation. I'm in a position... Okay. I'm in a position where... Slash timer off. I'm in a position where... Okay, I could risk the speed tie and knock out his Gengar, but then he can bring out... he'd probably reveal like a Snorlax or something at this point in time. His Chansey is very low. I'm actually in a really nice position. Yes, one of my Pokemon's asleep and one of them is paralyzed. But Alakazam likes being paralyzed because... Well, doesn't like it, but it prefers being paralyzed over, obviously, Frozen, because Frozen means you sack a Pokemon. A Pokemon is just essentially dead. There's nothing you can do about that. So I'm in a position where if I win the speed tie, I knock out his Gengar. However, if I lose a speed tie, he could potentially boom or thunder bolt para me. Do I want to risk the speed tie? You know what? Speed ties are for losers. Oh, come on, Kevin. You're supposed to click your move. Go Gar. I just preached to my viewers that speed ties are for losers. I can't go Gar. Kevin is a wuss. Kevin's definitely a wuss right there, but he brings out a Zapdos, which is actually a really big problem to this team. Yeah, definitely a problem to this team. I'm pretty sure he's gonna double. He's gonna go for Thunder Wave right now, you would think. So I'll go out Snorlax. I can definitely see him doubling out into one of his 2 boomers. The thing is, I'm in a scary position because he has 2 explosion users left, but I have to go out into Kevin's a wimp. I have to go out into my Snorlax. I don't think I have a better switch, honestly. Drillplek, Thunderbolt, Thunder Wave, and then I think Agility is this thing set. It could be Rest. Could definitely be Rest. Yeah, I'll just go Snorlax. I can definitely see him doubling back into Gengar though. But he does go right for Drillpeck. Executor is definitely coming out. Executor is definitely coming out. Yeah. Executor's coming out. I'll go for the Body Slam Paralyze. Also, if I can get the Para on Zapdos, that's cool too. I don't think Gengar would come out. That's way too obvious. That is extremely obvious. Kevin, would you do that? Kevin, I need you to tell me right now if you would do that. I really feel like Body Slam is my best play. I don't think I need to predict. Because, like, his best switch is probably Executor at this point. Though Gengar is essentially useless, so if I do kill it... See, this is where I'm doubting myself, because if I do kill Gengar, I'm in a great position. If I don't kill... If Gengar comes in, I go for Earthquake, that's nice, but then he still has a chance to go for Explosion. I want to go for Body Slam, though, because if he stays in, I get off damage on Zapdos. Yeah, he stayed in. So, we're able to get off the damage on Zapdos. We do not get a Para. However, Zapdos is really, really high on HP. I want to boom so badly, but I feel like making a play of predicting his Gengar. I think that's boom's way too obvious. He could also go for the Zapdos crit. I'm gonna go for Earthquake, predicting Gengar. Yeah, I don't want to go for the boom. So we actually end up catching the Gengar upon switching, which is really nice. He did scout for that boom. He didn't want to risk the crit, and we are able to get rid of his Gengar. One of his boomers gone. Zapdos is at 70%. That means it does go down. The hell out of here. Means it does go down. This comes out. We're gonna calc because I don't. It's been a long time since I played RBY, so I don't remember the calcs off the top of my head. Yeah, Hyper Beam has a chance to kill. I'm going directly into Executor. No way he would risk the Body Slam. Yeah, I need a boom on Tauros. This thing is a threat. Going directly into Executor on the Hyper Beam. He does not get the kill. So what I can do is I could also put him to sleep. But do I want to boom? I'm pretty sure boom doesn't kill him from Executor. It's a powerful attack, but I really don't think it kills. Yeah, 69 to 81. We can go for Sleep Powder and miss. But I'd rather put him in range of Body Slam for my Tauros. And we actually end up getting the crit, so we are able to kill his Tauros. Holy crap, man, that's so lucky of me. We're now in a position where I can just go directly into my Snorlax. Yeah, that sucks. That's so lucky. I'd rather have just put him in a position where... Yeah. Sorry, mate. I say mate. But it's RBY, so, you know, we don't apologize around here, even though I say sorry just because he's my friend. But that could not have worked out better. Not only did we catch the Gengar, but we killed the Tauros. And his Chansey's low. Executor's low. It's looking like my Tauros is about to sweep or clean up. His last is 100% though Snorlax. Like, it has to be Snorlax. So it's never over just yet. Let me make sure. Can my last beat Snorlax? No, if it's Restlax, I cannot beat it. It could be Restlax. If it's not Restlax, I have a chance to beat it. I'm going Snorlax right here though because I can take some things out. No. Starmie's the better play. How much does Blizzard do to Executor? I mean, I know that sounds like a stupid question, but it's, yeah, as you can see, it's pretty weak. Executor has a huge special stat. Yeah, so Gotta go lax. As he reveals the Kingler. Oh my. Alright. I know it can't knock me out, but it's an SD variant. Hyper Beam doesn't even knock me out from that. That's hilarious. Kingler being last is great though. I'm just gonna click self-destruct. Honestly. See no reason not to. Starmie can clean up if I get up a bit more damage. Like basically whatever Tauros fails to kill, Starmie beats. And Gengar can always just wake up on Chansey and boom on it. So yeah, I'm gonna click self-destruct. If he does get a Hyper Beam crit, I can lose. However, if he doesn't get a crit, it 100% does not kill me. He did well. He definitely gauged from the first game. I don't know. Usually, what you do in RBY and best of threes, because that's how it is in these formats. You see it. Oh wow, they dropped their. They dropped their. They dropped their what's it called? They. Sorry, I'm like at a loss for words. They dropped their rock type, or they dropped their bulky executor or something. I don't know. So you could bring Kingler. Pretty cool that he brought Kingler. But in this case, I think Starmie is my best play because I can get off a Thunder Wave on any of his Pokemon. He does bring out the Zapdos, and you're in range of crit. Also, you can be frozen. I'm going to go for Blizzard. Blizzard actually has 90% accuracy in this generation, if you guys did not know, which is why Blizzard is chosen over Ice Beam. Also having that freeze chance. So I'm going to fire off a Blizzard right here because if Chansey comes out, I can freeze it. I definitely got really lucky in the first game. I need just a bit more damage on this thing in order to beat it with Tauros anyway. So, one, I also love the way they made it look. If you guys can't tell, they made it so it looks like the actual game itself. Executor is going to come out. He probably tried to predict. He probably tried to predict the Thunder Wave right there. Gonna go for Body Slam. What? I'm gonna go for Thunderbolt just to knock out the Executor, as Chansey is gonna come out. And now we're in a situation where I can go for Thunder Wave freely. I don't have to worry about freeze. If I Thunder Wave him, that means Tauros beats him 1v1. So I'm gonna go directly into my Alakazam because a paralyzed Chansey does not beat a paralyzed Alakazam. As you can see, he is paralyzed, and I'll just be able to fire Psychics and just repeatedly try to beat him. Can you attack? Can you get off your attack? Actually, he could stall me out. This is annoying. I'm going to start Size and Tosses, even though it's not going to do crap. Start giving him some soft boils right there. He does have 12 more, so I obviously want to stall him out. But yeah, we can't beat him 1v1, obviously, because of crits, special drops. His Ice Beam cannot freeze me. I do have some recovers, which I can go for. But Psychic is better because, one, if I get the special drops, I'm good. He's either forced to switch out, forced into Zapdos. Agility Zapdos can still beat me. That is a legitimate issue. And especially if he gets an Agility off on a Psychic. Well, Psychic is my best play versus Zapdos regardless. So I'll fire off more Psychics. I don't want him to be able to switch into Zapdos. But then again, I can just go for Recover right here as I get fully paralyzed. It's completely fine. We're trading our full paras every single turn. By the way, guys, tell me what you think about me showing off old gens. I love the old gens, honestly. If I get full parrot or he gets a crit, I can lose. Or I can't, not that I can lose, but I can be in a bad situation. But in any case, we're going to be able to get off another Recover. Recover's broken in this generation, by the way. It's not 16 PP, guys. It's 32, if you guys haven't seen. And I cut a little bit close there because of the freeze. Or, I mean, because of the crit. What the hell am I saying? But we were able to get back up full. And I just stalled him out of Ice Beams and Softball. As you can see, he only has a couple left. I'll start firing off some Psychics. That puts him in range of Hyper Beam. Get a nice drop as well. His attacks will start doing less. Yeah, the plan is just to beat 1v1 this Chansey with Psychics. Especially because Alakazam has a high chance to crit. And we get some special drops. I mean, if the second he goes on to Zapdos as well, I get off damage on it. We even get another special drop. Ooh, cuts it close. Is my best play to actually go for... No, Psychic is a better play. We have even another special drop as he has to try and bring in his, I think, Zapdos at all. Like, yeah, we're able to get one more. How much is Zapdos at? Zapdos is at 70. So I'm thinking Tauros. Oh, you standard. Zapdos. How much does Hyper Beam do? Not that much. See, what I can do is go directly into Tauros right here and fire off a Hyper Beam. Alright, I'm just going to go for Psychic as we were able to beat the Chansey 1v1. Like we said, Paralyzed Alakazam beats Paralyzed Chansey. And all I got to do is get off a Psychic on this thing. Because he is going to get off a Light Screen. Wow, so he doesn't have Rest. But we actually get a crit on this guy. I'm pretty sure Thunder Wave Starmie would have beaten him. Unless he has Rest, actually. We'll see if he has it. But he goes right for Thunderbolt. And Tauros is going to be able to come out right here. And Tauros will be able to win the game. And unless he actually had Rest, his last move, T-Wave? Yeah, it should be T-Wave. And Tauros is just able to pick up the kill with Body Slam, and that's going to be a good game. So, yeah, good game, Kevin. Guys, I hope you guys all enjoyed this best of 3. I ended up winning 2. Definitely hacks in my favor. That's how RBY is. That's legitimately how RBY is. Go ahead and check out Kevin's channel. Definitely go check it out. The link will be down below. He's great commentary. I don't like his choice in music. But that's just a personal opinion. And yeah, just go ahead and check him out. So, my sister say I'm loud and I smell. 1, I took a nice shower. 2, I smell nice, okay? I smell nice. But in any case, I hope you guys all enjoyed. And until next time, guys, later.